This week's topic for the Reach Room is one that I think is incredibly powerful, especially if it's perfect for you right at the start of your journey starting on social media, is really
Mhm.
dialing in on that image. A lot of people really oversimplify the fact of what you're putting out is truly what you're going to get. And it's a very
Mhm.
basic topic, but they think it's too simple. They don't dive deeper. And that's like first step in the crippling process. S-
Uh-huh.
So it's very important when you're imagining where are you going to be going with your brand, where you're going to be going with your image, to start with what am I going to be talking about? What is my ideal client going to see when they look me up? So I pulled up Brandon's profile as a perfect example, right?
Explain things and how his presence is online. I think it's very great.
And on top of that, right, it's his presence, it's really him. But the other
Uh-huh.
thing is, it's always matched. So if you take a look at the profile, for example, the aesthetic of everything is the same. The
Right.
topics are relatively the same, not in the format of everything being said is the same thing over and over again,
Uh-huh.
but you're
Right.
not going to see Brandon talk about mortgages and financial hacks and the next day he's going to be talking about the new Lamborghini that's coming out. It has nothing to do with
Oh.
his clientele. So he's very focused in on that. And I think the
Uh-huh.
best way to start that question is kind of what I quoted down here. If somebody landed on your page today, what would it tell them about you? Is it going to get them down the funnel to want to raise their hand and work with you? So
So I got your point and it makes sense. Instead of talking about all different things that yes, just focus on what you want them to know about.
who are you and what do you do? What do you
Uh-huh.
service? A lot of
Right.
agents want to be the multifamily investment person, the residential house person. I sell luxury listings person. I also sell condos. I could also sell you land in Port St. Lucie. While that's true, and if the opportunity came, you could, the reality is you probably have one client type that is 95% of your business. So
Yes.
if it's 95% of the money that you're making, why would you focus on advertising to anybody else other than the people that you're already working with that are the majority of
Mm-hmm.
your income?
I'm writing down a few things.
I'm also recording, so don't
Oh,
worry
thank
about
you.
writing down too much. Write your hot notes, but I'm going to share the recording, I'm going to share the presentation, the whole thing. So,
Okay.
creating the image for your ideal client, it's super simple. Service the client. What your piece of content should be doing is addressing a problem that your client type has on a daily, right? So
Right.
not every client has the same problem, but your client types will have, let's say, 10, 15 common problems. How can you phrase that, bring that info out in a way where one, you're engaging them, two, you're solving the problem? A lot of people overthink it. Answer the questions. Become the resource for that person with being
Uh-huh.
clear on their questions. Like I said, the easiest way to start with that is what are people asking you every day? Make it very open, invite for connection, right? Don't be like closed in on this is exactly what it is and that's it. Leave it
Yeah.
open to do you have more questions? Is this something you want to talk more about? When you're doing content like that, addressing the question, leaving it open, having it well looped, you're starting to build brand authority and building authority in that space
Mm-hmm.
because that one topic somebody will start to Google and three of your videos will come up. Or they look up
Excellent.
that question on Instagram and 10 of the top posts are you because you're talking about it. That's what you want to dial in on. This is I always have my one moment in all of my presentations where I'm incredibly brutally honest.
Uh-huh.
Whenever you start making your ideas for content, whenever you start recording your content, whenever you want to post something out there, I want you to stop and I want you to say, how does this help your consumer get engaged or answer a question for them?
Uh-huh.
Because you'll see realtors that do, and I'm not saying not to do it. You get listings, you have to do all your marketing, your listing videos, everything. But you have realtors that they're using their listing videos. It's the main attraction to them. But think about it, it doesn't service anybody. If a buyer wants to go look at that property, they're going to go look at the property. They're not going to spend a lot of time watching the video. And also, what are the chances that a buyer randomly watching the video is going to reach out to you, the listing agent, versus the agent that they've probably been shopping with for 6 months? So doing all
Right.
that extra Or you have agents that they'll do the listing video and then they'll go back to the house and do a selfie tour. It doesn't do anything.
Anyway,
They're going to see it anyway. You already spent the money for the video. You also
yeah.
have the agents that are jumping on trends. You see all the realtors that are doing dancing videos
Uh-huh.
and the music and all that. It doesn't do anything. It gets
Yeah.
eyeballs. I'm not going to lie on that. It gets good eyeballs sometimes, especially the agents that have a lot of their consumers already following them.
Right, right,
But
right.
it's not going to get anybody to raise their hand and say, "Hey, Maria, I want
I
to
want
work
to
with
work with
you."
this
It's
guy.
great, but
Yeah.
it's not going to do anything. Clarity, it's not an option. It's a mandatory part of you making the
Uh-huh.
content. It's got to
Right.
be clear. What's the message of the video? What are you helping with? What do you do? And just be useful. Honestly, I've probably said this for the last 5 years, ever since I was a realtor, saying that sales is dead. We're not in a sales business anymore. We're in service and marketing. How can we
Uh-huh.
service the client? How can we market their property and market ourselves? So, being useful is literally the most important part of the job. Do's and don'ts. I'm going to shotgun these real quick. If you have a question, stop me. Stop following all the trends. Chasing viral moments isn't going to get you clients. Don't jump from idea to idea. Sit down, have an idea of what your content type's going to be, whether it's going to be question and answers or you're going to be showing neighborhoods and answering questions about it, but it's more local. Think what it is and don't just jump from the next idea to the next idea. Try it for 2 months, 3 months. Make sure it works before you quit on it. It'll take 90 days to see if there's a result. Don't copy irrelevant content just because you see a bunch of other realtors posting it. Obviously, if there's something going on with Trump makes a post or interest rates go down, yes, that's great content to post. But
Mhm.
like I said, with the viral content, you see every realtor's making some kind of dancing video, or you don't need to copy that. It's not going to do anything for you.
Right, right.
And don't quit after 30 days. The most important thing is this takes time for it to work, but it
Uh-huh.
works to the people that give the time to it. The social media algorithms, they want to see that you're in the game, not that you're just making one post and getting out.
You have to be consistent, yes. Mhm.
Consistency is the biggest thing. Great content comes second. Start doing clarity. Identify your client and how do you need to speak to them? What exactly are their problems and how are you dealing with it? Answer those questions with genuine value and create the content intentional. All that loops back to those questions. How can I help my client as much as possible? Engagement into conversations. Once you start making the content that's actually worth watching, you're going to get likes. Some people are going to comment. You're going to get new follows. The whole name of the game isn't just to make content, have people follow you and like you, and that you never interact with them. You can do this at such a manageable scale because the effect that you need locally to have a good Instagram isn't a lot. 10,000 followers locally will be an entire business. So the amount of people that would message you isn't going to be this thing where you need an assistant, you need chat bots. It's something that you
Right,
could manage.
right. And
So
that's exactly what I want. I don't want, I'm not looking to expand. I'm looking to focus on customers that will get me a return.
e-
That's all I need. Yeah.
exactly. And so what I would say at your level is engage with every single person that engages with you. A
Uh-huh.
comment, a follow, a direct message, a like from somebody that doesn't follow you, a like from a new follower. You want to message those people every single time and engage with them. And
Oh,
I
so that's,
absolutely, because you don't want them to just be a ghost follower. You want them to know that you're a real person. I put together a very easy process on how you do that where you're not selling anything because the worst thing you
okay.
want to do is
It's, yeah,
sell links.
solicitate. Yeah.
All these realtors are talking about the first message. Get them on my newsletter, get them on this. No, be a human. Let that person
Yeah.
interact with you.
Uh-huh.
4 easy steps. Introduce yourself, share who
Uh-huh.
you are, thank them for going on your post, open the door if they have any other questions, and then thank you again. That's it. So, what does that sound like? Example for my page, I talk
Uh-huh.
about helping realtors do more content, getting in front of clients. You follow me. Hey, Maria, Benjamin here. Thank you so much for the follow. I love when people engage with my posts. If you have any other questions about getting clients through social media or anything that came up, go ahead and fire it off. I'd love to help. Thanks again for stopping on my page.
If you have any question or any feedback, because I think that's good too. If they don't like something that you post or if they don't think it's good, they can also give you feedback, right? What do you think?
Yes and no, because here's the thing. Even though they
Uh-huh.
give you feedback if they like or don't like
They
something,
won't.
no, but
Uh-huh.
here's at the end of the day the question, main pit of that conversation. They still got on your page. So it's
Exactly.
working.
That's
I'll
good.
give you a perfect example. Brandon did the post about Trump. Not to get political or anything. I love Trump, not even as a politician, just as a businessman and an individual. I have a signed Trump hat. The video that he did had my hat and my toy in it. Some
Okay.
realtor didn't like that. They sent me his post and they wrote a comment to me. My comment was simple. What's wrong with the hat? They wrote a BS comment to me. I liked it. That's it. I moved on. Is it going to
Uh-huh.
change us from the kind of content we do? No, it gets eyeballs and it does business.
Exactly.
So
Mm-hmm.
who cares? That person
Right.
proved the point. They engaged with the post. Now
Right.
Instagram's going to reward me for doing the hard work and it's going to put that in front of more people.
That's true.
That's it. Play for the week. I'm not asking for perfection. Try to make 3 posts this week. Engage with everybody that goes into your funnel. Avoid the mistake of making garbage content that everybody else is making. Make something authentic.